Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, gonna be talking about the San Francisco 49ers. As always, gonna be doing a podcast style video talking about the roster cuts and final predictions for the offensive side of the ball. Tomorrow on Sunday, gonna be talking about the defensive side of the ball, and then Monday through Friday, the next couple of days, gonna be talking about the 49ers and Tampa Bay Buccaneers games, talking about some analysis, things that the 49ers need to do to win this game, and predictions for this game. That's gonna be the most probably exciting time for me this week is predicting the game against the Bucs, as I do every single year. So, yep, be on the lookout for that. Exciting time. Last Sunday, tomorrow with no football, and then next week we have football all the way into December. So, yep. Happy time for me, and I'm pretty sure happy time for you guys as well, Niner faithful. Let's just get this video started, but before I do, please like and subscribe to support my channel. That is going to help me out a lot. Click that bell notification to get notified of future videos. Share this content with fellow Niner faithfuls. That is going to help me out in terms of growing my channel. It's growing a little bit fast, I would say, so I'm impressed by that so far, but I think we can get even more by the time next week comes against the Bucs. So, yep, just do that, then that would be much helpful for me and for you guys as well. Let's do it right now. 49ers roster cut and final predictions for the offensive side of the ball. I'll have some timestamps for each of them. So right now, I'm going to be having it for the roster cuts, and then for my final prediction videos or whatever you want to call it segment, I'll have a timestamp in the comments and in the description below if you guys want to for future references. All right, so going to be talking about the cuts right now. So notable players that got cut on the offensive side of the ball: Josh Garnett, first rounder from a couple of years ago, very disappointing player. They didn't pick up his fifth-year option, so I mean it was pretty much inevitable that he was not going to be on this team. And plus, he's been hurt all the time, so that doesn't really help his case at all. As Bill Parcells says, the best ability is availability, and he hasn't been available for the past couple of years. He was available time in and time out, but for the most part, no. So he got cut right there. Also, another player that I was kind of surprised that got cut was Jordan Matthews. I mean, he was in the limbo of making the roster, not making the roster. He did fit the mold. The need that the Niners had was in terms of big receivers, red zone threat guy potentially, but they got Jalen Hurd now, so I guess they were justified in cutting Matthews. But, for me, it was a little bit of a surprise. I heard he had a good camp and some preseason performance, but other than that, he got cut, and I can't do anything else about that. So he got cut. All right, some other players, who else got cut on the offensive side of the ball? I mean, that's pretty much it. Those are the two really notable guys. Oh, another guy that got cut was Jeff Wilson Jr. I was very disappointed that he got cut. I mean, McKinnon went on IR for crying out loud. I mean, that's an opportunity for him to take his spot as a replacement, but instead they elected to keep 4 tight ends on this roster, which was very surprising. I thought they were only going to keep 3, but I guess Kyle Shanahan is a very big fan of these tight ends. I'm a big fan myself, but at the same time, I mean, I don't think we need 4 tight ends to really fill up this roster. But, it's me, it's Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch. They make the decisions, and they're going to roll with 7 receivers, which that was pretty much going to happen, and 4 tight ends, which was a little bit surprising in my opinion. And the defensive side of the ball, it was a little bit all over the place in my opinion, so I'll talk about that tomorrow. But anyways, Wilson Jr., I wish he would have gotten the spot here. It would have been great, in my opinion, if he was on this team. But it wasn't meant to be, I guess. So there you go. Those are the 3 main cuts from the offensive side of the ball. Looking at the 53-man roster, pretty much right on the ballpark. I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo, Bethard Mullins with the quarterback position, running backs, fullback, wide receivers. You would switch out Kendrick Bourne with Jordan Matthews. That's the only one I got mixed up. I thought Bourne was a little bit too inconsistent. I thought he was going to make the roster, but hey, I'm glad he's on this roster. I was just worried about that. He's more of a raw talent than anything else, and all the other guys like Samuel, Taylor, Richie James, that's a guy I'm really excited that they kept. I mean, he was balling out this preseason period, and he's been doing really good for the 49ers. I'm glad he's on this roster. Tight ends, 4 tight ends, as I said, kind of surprising, but hey, Kyle Shanahan probably is going to use these guys in a quote-unquote positionless offense. Offensive line, nothing too crazy. I mean, for the most part, the starters are there. So really, I mean, that's the biggest surprise, but the cuts, I was a little bit surprised in my opinion. So, yep, all that out the way, talking about cuts, talking about offense, talking about all these players. What am I going to go for final predictions? So, in terms of ranking, in terms of what Garoppolo can do potentially for this team, I'm going to be talking about ranking so far. So, out of 1, best offense in the league, all the way to 32nd, the worst offense in the league. I think the 49ers, for me right now, initial prediction, right before the season starts, I think they're going to be ranked about 12th or 13th, to be honest with you. I don't think they're going to be the top offense in the league just because I think they're a little bit inconsistent. Red zone is still kind of a concern. Also, injuries, it's not great. Also, there's a lot of offense, I think, better than us just on paper so far, and probably on the field as well. I mean, you got the Saints, you got the Chiefs, potentially the Patriots. I was going to say the Colts, but Andrew Luck retired. I mean, there's a lot of offenses that you can go to that are better than the Niners just based on points and yards scored and what have you. So, with Jimmy Garoppolo, hopefully everything can be up. We could score at least, almost 30 points. I know that's kind of a long shot, but with the talent that we have, especially on the running back position, I think that's going to lighten up his load even more. The offensive line, running game is pretty good, but pass protection, as from last year, this still needs a little bit of improvement. Joe Staley, I don't know if he's going to be the Joe Staley that we know from the past couple of years or just this preseason period, because if you watch the preseason game, he was getting blown out by these younger defenders like Frank Clark and Bradley Chubb. So hopefully that's just an anomaly. It's nothing too crazy. He wasn't trying or anything like that. And when it comes week 1 against the Bucks, whoever is paired up with him, I don't know exactly who on the defensive line for the Bucks, he can hold his own and everyone can do well in terms of the offensive line, because that's what we need. You win in the trenches, and it's really important for Garoppolo to him. So I don't know what I'm saying. It's a little bit crazy right there. But yeah, 12th to 13th ranking in terms of the whole league, I think that's very reasonable. It's nothing too astounding, nothing too, bold or anything like that. But I think just based on the preseason, based on the talent that we have, based on Garoppolo's health and what have you, I think 12th and 13th is a very good ballpark for in terms of predictions like that. And speaking of Garoppolo, what to talk about him, what to say about his touchdown to interception ratio all the way into his yards passage. I think I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, but I can repeat myself right here, right now. For me, I'm going to be predicting he's going to throw for 4,200 yards, maybe about 28, 29 touchdowns to about 9 to 10 interceptions. I know that's a little bit very close to each other, but at the same time, Garoppolo, he's a very talented quarterback. I think the running game is going to be supplementing big time. Matt Breida, Tevin Coleman, they're going to be carrying the load a lot, so Garoppolo won't be having to throw too much. Also, Garoppolo, as we all know, he throws a lot of risky throws and what have you, like a Brett Favre type quarterback. So I think he's going to be bound to throw some interceptions, but hopefully not too much. Hopefully he tries to lower the interception count from the past couple of years when he was with the 49ers in 2017, because although he was doing really good, he was leading up to great wins, he did put us in harm's way and put the ball in harm's way by giving the ball to the other team. So hopefully that does not happen for this 2019 campaign, and just watch film, I guess, and just see what defenses are tendencies to do. I don't know, I shouldn't be coaching Jimmy G, because I am no coach any way, shape, or form. So if you're watching this, any 49er player, please do not listen to me. But yeah, I'm very optimistic of the offense, but to be honest with you, defensively, I'm even more optimistic. But just offensively, I think it's going to be pretty good. Nothing too flashy, but nothing too awful or anything like that. But, with the talent that we have, George Kittle, he's going to be a very important part of this offense. I like the Titans that we have. Tololo, he's more of a blocker of a tight end. Caden Smith, I'm really high up on as well. I didn't have him on my 53-man roster prediction because I didn't think they were going to keep this many tight ends, but I'm glad he's on this roster getting the opportunity. Also, another rookie, Justin School, the offensive lineman. I'm glad he's getting his opportunity as well. He had a pretty good preseason showing. So, there's just a lot of good things, a lot of upside for this offense, but can they execute? Can they score in the red zone? Can they lower the turnovers? Can they lower the false starts? Just any of the small stuff that they can do in order to win games for the offensive side of the ball, because really, both offense and defense, the reason why I think the 49ers lose a lot of games is not because the other team is better than them. No. If you watch the games in 2018, we were up a lot in the games, but then, we just beat ourselves by just careless mistakes, careless turnovers, and what have you. And that's what the 49ers need to really stress on this year, is just to lower that kind of stuff. And they can win a lot of games potentially. So that's just me. People outside San Francisco think I'm delusional or something like that to think the 49ers are going to be amazing in terms of the offensive side of the ball. But hey, I follow this team for years now, and I know it has a lot of potential. They just need to be more disciplined, in my opinion. That's it, guys. Just wanted to talk about the offense real quick. Let's do it. Jimmy Garoppolo lead this team to the playoffs. Hopefully, everyone, his supporting cast, running backs, receivers, George Kittle, and the offensive line, they can all work together. Then it would be a fun year. So hopefully, they do win as many games as possible, because I want to have fun making videos. Although losing, I still make videos. I don't have as much fun as them winning. So that's the big part for me. I'm going to end the video right here, you guys. Please let me know what you guys think about the roster cut for the offensive side of the ball. Also, what are your predictions for the offensive side of the ball for this season? I'd like to hear what you guys have to say in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe to support my channel. That is going to help you out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up tomorrow on a Sunday when I talk about the defensive side of the ball. That's going to be the more fun part to talk about. I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Go Niners all day.